Let's give you a war, farming, and trophy base for every single town hall level, as well as information on why they work. Welcome back to the channel then, guys. I'm your host, Judo Sloth. The true value in this video is what I am going to tell you about base building throughout it. Clash Champs have kindly provided pro-build exclusive bases for this video. Also, only 27% of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy my content, you don't want to miss the videos, I'd recommend subscribing. Town Hall 1, tutorial. Town Hall 2 and 3, you cannot copy base links. Let's be honest, it's not going to take you long to build this. You're trying to protect your major defense at Town Hall 2, that is the Archer Tower. Town Hall 3, you now have the Mortar, which you will either centralize this or the Town Hall. Since you can't copy base links, this is a hybrid base, acting for war, farming, and trophy pushing, because it's easier for you to copy just one base. Town Hall 4, hurrah! We can now copy base links, but you can only house one base. So the farming and trophy base is merged together, really trying to protect the air defense and the Mortar, your two pivotal defenses. At any level, you're trying to defend the attacks you're likely to be attacked by. In war, the air defense becomes the centralized defense. You're not worried about the Town Hall. It's all about defending the 3-star, not the 2-star. So if you have extra builder huts, you might actually throw them into the corner of the base. At this lower level in the game, this is when you might trip your opponent up and potentially make them time fail. From Town Hall 5 onwards is where I will provide you with a farm, trophy, and war base. For the higher Town Hall levels, I will also provide you with a recommended defending CC for the trophy and war base. I will try and point out the differences in trophy and farm bases, but a trophy base protects the stars, the farm base protects your loot. Town Hall 5 in war, it is still tricky to defend, but you're trying to make it difficult for giants to pass through the base. Town Hall 6, as you are unlocking more storages, you have to start spreading them around the base. If you have them all in one spot and the attacker cracks into that area, you lose all of your loot. So we're trying to minimize that. In terms of a trophy base, we can use the storages as high HP barriers. So we are absorbing damage and buying the defense's time to shoot at the attacker. In war at this level, you can now really start to maximize the use of your traps. So for example, on a basic level, the Spring Trap, placing this in between defenses so that giants are funneled over the top of it and they're gone. Town Hall 7, you have to start thinking about defending your Dark Elixir in order to upgrade your Barbarian King. Now, the farming base has the Dark Elixir drill on the inside of the base, because if you are offline for any period of time, the attacker can steal 75% of the Dark Elixir within the drill. So it's quite wise to have that on the inside of the base. Trophy pushing wise, the base looks pretty similar. We've just moved the splash defenses inside the base a little bit, moved that Dark Elixir drill to the outside. War is war, though. That is why the bases look so different. Now, at Town Hall 7, it's really dragons and hog riders. So the air defense are extremely difficult to path to here for either dragons or balloons. And hog riders also have potential of double giant bombs, but it's really not predictable as to where those double giant bombs are. There are multiple gaps around the base where a double giant bomb combination could be hiding. So you're always trying to assure your opponent cannot predict where your traps will be. The clan castle is also non-lurable. You always want to try and do this, meaning they have to take down some buildings before they can lure the troops, or they have to battle them in the center of the base when all the defenses are firing at them as well. It's important to let you know as well that the best bases will always be custom ones. I like the Clash Champs website for getting bases, but custom bases you would have to build or purchase the pro bases. And if you were interested in purchasing custom bases, I actually have 10% off with code JUDO. Within the Town Hall 8 farm base, you can see a lot of the principles we've already talked about, the spread out storages. We also have a somewhat centralized clan castle. If you are filling this, it can be one of your major defenses, and also the base is not weak from any one direction. A quick tip as well, if you did have a lot more gold than elixir, for example, you can drag the gold storage over the top of the elixir storage and they will automatically switch. So it's a nice easy way of better protecting the resource you have the most of. You can really start to see the difference in trophy bases now though. Storages pushed out to the side, using them as shields for the defenses. Town Hall centralized, trophy pushing, you're trying to defend the 2-star as well. And for this base, it is a nightmare for dragons, which you will typically be hit with, and also a go wipe style attack. It's very difficult to path into the center of the base. Reiterating that for war, it is about protecting the 3-stars. Whilst you can run an anti-2-star base, for example, in the clan war leagues when people only get 1 attack, the reason you're not as interested in the 2-star is they have more time to plan. They have multiple attacks. So you can use the Town Hall as a psychological barrier. People might want to attack into the Town Hall when realistically it's not the best play against this base, but also it means you can centralize the main defenses you're trying to protect. It's really only at higher level when the Town Hall becomes a defense that we start positioning it in the base. Town Hall 9, I am sure you will agree, it is all about the Dark Elixir. You have 50 extra hero levels to get them both to level 30. So I always like to have my DE storage centralized. Base is still symmetrical, it's not weak from any one angle, and the storages are also not easy to get from the outside with goblins, but they are spread out whereby someone would have to get all of the way through the base to get every single one of them. From this point moving on, every trophy and war base will have the recommended defending clan castle troops, so you can get the best value for this specific base, because the options in terms of defensive troops are starting to expand. But depending on your situation, if you can't get these troops, anything is better than nothing. Being real with you as well, even though bases are exclusively custom pro built for this video, no base can never be 3-starred. You're just trying to give yourself the best opportunity. I really like this Town Hall 9 war base because the air defense and wizard towers are stacked up in a way whereby lava hounds wouldn't necessarily protect the balloons over that area of splash. It's also difficult as an attacker to know where to queen walk to get the best value, particularly with the defending queen being at the opposite side of the base. Town Hall 9 players, by the way, if you want the best attack strategies, I've done a video for that. I'll link it right here for you. As we move on up here at Town Hall 10, you can see a lot of the principles I've talked about for farming bases, and this is where you can use this as a trophy pushing base. Sometimes the lines are blurred. Maybe you are farming and trophy pushing. I would switch to a trophy pushing base if you get right towards your personal best and you want to push just that little bit further in trophies. Oh, and also, I would actually have these Inferno Towers on multi. They were just set to single when it was screen recorded. For the trophy base, you can see how the storages are used a little bit more to protect the defenses. So we do have gold and elixir storages pushed to the outside prior to getting to the defenses, and in the center of the base, they are really used to protect the Inferno Towers so that they can do their job and protect the Town Hall. A lot of people ask why the Town Hall to the outside of the base. For Town Hall 10 and 11, it has an additional purpose on what I've already talked about, and that is because your opponent can get access to siege machines in their clan castle. Think about the wall wrecker, for example. To get the best value, the opponent would have to use it over the opposite side of the base, and they'd be attacking into the 2 multi-target Inferno Towers. Normally, you want to line up the Inferno Towers so you only attack 1 at a time. In this instance, if they want to use the wall wrecker, they cannot. They're getting beamed from multiple angles, and there's also the opportunity that they actually miss the Town Hall and the 2-star right at the end of the base. For Town Hall 10 players, as with Town Hall 9, I did a best attack strategies video. It's linked right here. For this base, the expos cover pretty much the entirety of the base. We've got the clan castle centralized with the Eagle Artillery, now a defense that you have to be protecting no matter what type of base it is you are running. Yes, I know some of these are recorded on the war layout, but it is a trophy base. Going back to the point I made about always trying to defend the most popular attacks, the ones in the meta. For Town Hall 11, a lot of the time, that is a bow witch style attack. The reason I like this as a trophy base, you might expect the Tesla to be below the Town Hall, but they're actually right at the bottom, meaning if you deploy the bow witch down there, you're going to be caught out. And also that gap below the Town Hall means they don't path to that area easily. Talk about making that attack strategy difficult to path. That's what you want to do in a war base, right? Town Hall all of the way to the outside of the base, like I mentioned at Town Hall 10, trying to mess up siege machine pathing. the triangulation of very important defenses. Eagle Artillery at the top and the Multi-Infernos split down at the bottom. This is crucial in base building for any Town Hall level. You do not want to give away multiple tier 1 defenses in one area. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about with tier 1 defenses, I'll link my base building playlist right here for you. Town Hall 12, and although your Town Hall still acts as a storage, it also is a defense now, so you have to position it accordingly. For this base, the attacker is really only going to attack from either the northeast or the southwest, and there's multiple storages at either end of the base as well. It's very tricky to get every single one of them. We also have this area in the middle that's a little bit better protected, and you can use the trick I showed you earlier on in the video to easily switch your storage that has the most resources into there. With the Town Hall being your major defense, you can see why it has a pivotal role in the trophy base. With this ring style base, we have a huge compartment down the bottom where we are hoping the opponent's troops are trapped walking around this area. Meanwhile, the 3 multi-target Infernos are beaming onto them the entire time. You may also notice on the war bases at this level, you're starting to see more traps on the outside. This is to bait popular entries. It's essentially how the pros defend in Clash. They make their base look weak to a certain point, so the attacker will use a strategy in that area, but it's trapped, and you catch them off guard from the very beginning. For example, the tornado and air bombs to the top right, trying to bait in the battle blimp entry. Town Hall 13, and even at this level, you see the principles I've been talking about throughout the video. The defenses pushed further to the perimeter to protect the storages behind them, but obviously the storage is still pretty spread out, and the Dark Elixir well protected in this base. You've unlocked the Royal Champion, so you're going to want to upgrade her as fast as possible. Now that you're getting towards the higher Town Hall levels, your opponents are getting stronger. They're more likely to 2-star, so the trophy bases start protecting the 3-star more than the 2-star. So you might start to see the Town Hall push towards the side of the base. This can actually sometimes result in a 1-star if someone attacks from the opposite side or attacks into the Town Hall and mistimes the Grand Warden ability with the Giga Bomb. Depends on how serious you are on trophy pushing, but you can put the Dark Elixir storage to the outside, and there's always a chance someone just takes that, exits the battle, and you get some free trophies. For war, you can clearly see how the tier 1 defenses are well spread around this base, and the other thing I would like to point out is the Seeking Air Mines are in line with the air defense, meaning if someone does a Lava Loon and the Lava Hounds travel from air defense to air defense, they hit the Seeking Air Mines. Last but certainly not least, Town Hall 14. Again, the principles of the farming bases I have covered. I also quite like these box style bases at the moment. I personally struggle a little bit more when attacking those, and that's one thing I haven't mentioned in the video. If you find bases tricky to attack, there's a good chance a lot of people do as well. So those are the types of bases you want to use. For trophy pushing, I would like to say that higher legends right up at the top is a completely different ballgame. I would recommend getting custom bases at that point, but in general for trophy pushing for Town Hall 14, I really like this style of base, which baits people in towards the Town Hall and is heavily trapped. It works really well moving into Legends. You catch a lot of people out thinking they have to attack in towards the Town Hall, and then since it's trapped, they only get a 1-star, and in reality, they'd have been better off attacking for the 1-star from the opposite side and just getting a higher percentage, since every percentage counts in Legends. For the war base, as I have mentioned throughout the videos, the defenses have been carefully placed to give you the best chance of defending, but it really is the traps that set bases apart. So for example, with this one, the Tornado Trap and Giant Bombs for the Battle Blimp moving in towards that area, the Red Air Bombs, potential of wiping out a full set of healers, and deadly for balloons moving over that area. Again, trying to bait entries. The Eagle Artillery looks accessible for the Barbarian King, but obviously we've got Tesla, Skelly Trap, Giant Bombs in that area to try our best to defend it. This video has been huge to put together, so I thank you for the support. Be sure to subscribe, and thank you for using code Judo before purchases. It helps to support the channel massively. Thanks also to Clash Champs for the hard work with this. If you do want to see a bunch of videos that will help you as a variety of Town Hall levels, I have a playlist with some of my best linked on the screen. With that subscribe button, you guys take care, and I will see you in the next video.